Just us.
Just us.
It's been a difficult few hours for the Golden State Warriors and fans of the Golden State Warriors. Last time we spoke to you, there was some concern over the severity of Jimmy Butler's injury, and we were hopeful. Unfortunately, those hopes were misplaced.
They were. Jimmy Butler has suffered a torn ACL, a season-ending torn ACL, and he's unlikely to come back for an entire calendar year.
Yes, and it's unclear whether he will remain on the Warriors.
Yeah, so, Tam, I have not cried about this yet, but it's coming. I need to schedule my cry, and you'll know because you'll see it, and you'll have to comfort me. But, like, this is very traumatic because it reminds me of when Clay tore his ACL, and I'm tearing up right now. I'm not going to cry right now, but those emotions and everything come back.
Yeah, it feels very unfair right now.
Very.
It feels very, very cruel and unfair to be, it feels cruel and unfair to Jimmy because he's been playing so well. He's such a well-conditioned athlete. He's the reason that the Warriors started to turn this corner. He called it like he saw it. He said the team was mediocre and he invited them to play better and try and turn this thing around, and they were doing it. They were on a winning streak, and then all it took was one bad landing to end his season. And I don't know, there's a decent chance that was the last time we'll see Jimmy Butler in a Warriors jersey.
Well, we have a signed Jimmy Butler Warriors jersey.
Yeah, and I keep looking at it, and it depresses me every time.
I know. We used all of our, like, big face mugs and cups today, and I just, like, I can't deal with it.
I see him everywhere I look.
Yeah.
So there was a pre-game interview with Mike Dunleavy Jr., and one of the questions was basically, do you intend on trading his contract? And Mike Dunleavy Jr. indicated that that was not the plan. His statement indicated that he anticipates or is preparing for Jimmy to be gone and then come back roughly this time next year to hopefully make a playoff push. Which I want to believe him. He's a former teammate of Jimmy Butler's. He also said Jordan Poole would be with us for further 4 years and then traded him the next week.
Yeah, so I think most people at this juncture would assume that we would offload Jimmy's contract and try and get someone to bring kind of Jimmy's essence, which is hard to replace. But I've heard DeMar DeRozan, Malik Monk, MPJ I think is still in the picture. But what would we have to give up in order to get those players? Picks, probably JK,
prior to those names were the same names mentioned when we had Jimmy Butler active. So there is a pathway to get those players without trading Jimmy's contract. And the thing that makes if the Warriors want to make a significant impact and replace Jimmy with another, superstar style or a high level player that can make a difference, a team is going to have to be willing to take on that contract, which is, there's not many teams that are going to want to do that.
It's $55 million.
And it's for a player that is 37 years old and has torn his ACL on a knee that has had multiple other injuries to it. There's a decent chance people just say no. And I don't know, I'm very, very sentimental and emotionally attached to Jimmy Butler. I liked him as a player before he was on the Warriors. And when they talked about him coming, I was very excited about it because he's a presence and I like him as a character as well.
Yeah, and he's a Cheez-It ambassador.
Yeah, he's a Cheez-It ambassador and he likes coffee. And I don't know, in my world, I would love for them to keep Jimmy and show some loyalty to him. If there's anyone in this league that can come back resilient and if I had to place a bet on what player do you think would recover in an unexpectedly quick time and come back strong, if not close to how they left, it would be Jimmy Butler. Because that dude is a dog. Like his whole life has been proving people wrong, and I would love to see him do that one more time. I think he is a warrior. Like it just that his style of play and his personality just fits the Warriors as a organization. I would love for us to keep him, do right by him, and trade JK if we want to. Just pick up like a DeMar DeRozan or someone like that who can make a small difference here or there, and work towards potentially another push when he's back. It looks like the Warriors won't make a run this season. I think it's pretty much over.
Yeah, well, let's talk about tonight's game, which I think was...
it was a worst case scenario on top of a worst case scenario.
Exactly, and it just showed how dire the situation is without Jimmy Butler. So the Warriors played the Raptors tonight. The final score was 145 to 127. Warriors lost by, 18 points.
Yeah. And it was a really ass whooping.
It was a really hard game to watch.
Yeah. And like the ideal would have been we go into this game, rally, and win. That would have, I think, injected some life into Dub Nation and like maybe, pulled us out of this depressive spiral that everyone seems to be in, and like this whole fatalist kind of attitude that everyone has. That is a tall order. The team are going up against a Raptors which are taller than them, more athletic than them. They have just lost their second best player. Their first best player has been cold for multiple games now. Steph has continued his poor shooting, unfortunately. And then the Raptors had the worst they are the worst 3-point shooting team in the entire NBA league, and they could not miss.
They shot 62%.
Every dickhead on that team was shooting threes, and it was all going in. It was so frustrating to watch. It was like this guy just. It was like you look at the stats of every player that just is about to shoot a three, and it's like this dude is dog shit at shooting threes, and it would just keep. Emmanuel Quickly was probably the only one that.
He was 7 of 8 from 3.
Yeah, and like what's his name? Pick any other player.
Brandon Ingram. Scotty Barnes.
All of them. Scotty Barnes was just like nailing every single mid-range shot, and even some three-pointers.
And then
Mamukhalishvili, just like...
I love that we get to say his name.
Yeah. Him and Yabusele are my favorite names to say.
Yeah.
Even he was like, Mamukhalishvili isn't a three-point shooter.
He made 4 of them.
He made 4 of 4. He didn't miss.
So like they had an exceptional game. But the Warriors could not defend.
Yeah, they could not defend. And they also could not make their shots.
And
the amount of layups that were missed was insane.
And free throws, everything was going wrong.
Everything that could go wrong.
The first 10 points went unanswered. The Warriors couldn't even score a bucket.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought the Warriors would have rallied, come out, do it for Jimmy, right? Like, it just seemed like they were still stuck in that mode.
Yeah, I think it comes from, I've been listening to a lot of reports, and everyone on the team remained optimistic. They were all just hoping and praying. They had all told each other that it would be a minor thing. He'll be gone for a few weeks and then he'll be back. So they had that manifest positivity thing. And then when the reality hit, I think it just dragged them much deeper and lower than they would have gone if they had just accepted it from the beginning. Like they gave themselves hope.
Yeah, that's the worst thing,
probably. And I think, like, I did not enjoy watching that game. Right now, I'm not very high on the team's chances. But I also we have to kind of like let them have this one. Like let them take this L because it's going to happen. Like they just suffered a pretty devastating change in the season. Mm-hmm. There were signs of life, some signs of life.
Yeah, let's talk about the unexpected. Kuminga actually played in the second quarter, so he wasn't in the first, which was interesting. He got put in the second quarter.
Yeah, after he hasn't played since December. He's like 16 DNPs in a row. His ass has been warming chairs for weeks now.
He had 20 points in 21 minutes, 7 of 10 from the field. He had 8 free throws. He made 5 of those. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal.
He played great. For the most part.
For the most part.
He he made the kind of mistakes you would expect from someone who hasn't played for 16 or whatever it is games.
He was a bit rusty.
He was rusty. However, when he shook off the cobwebs, he was playing really good. And he was playing in the way that people want him to play. So this is the thing. I haven't been very pro Kuminga. But if you go back and listen to what I said, when he plays within the system, he plays well. The first 5 games of the season, he's playing the way Steve Kerr and the system is drawn out and built to be. And he was playing so well. When he lost it is when he started trying to be the hero, trying to be the main character of the team. That's where it falls apart for him.
I feel like the spacing still wasn't great with
No.
him. With him and Steph on the floor, I noticed that things were getting crowded.
Mm-hmm.
But when Steph was off the floor, I don't think Steph played the entire fourth quarter.
No, he's done.
When JK was on then, where he was more in that second unit vibe, I thought he did much better.
Yeah, and the other thing he was doing, which is what everyone wants him to do, is to drive. Drive, use your athleticism, and drive with purpose. Because that was the other thing. Even when Kuminga starts falling off, where he's trying to be the main character, he still drives, but he doesn't drive with purpose. He doesn't attack as if he's trying to score.
Like Jimmy does.
Yeah, he attacks as if he's trying to like bait fouls. There was a stretch where all he would do was run in and then throw his arms up into the air, and that's not what his strength is. This game, the reason that he looked good and played good is because he was doing a kind of impression of Jimmy.
Yeah,
Like,
all of his points were in the paint, basically.
all of his points were in the paint. He was driving and getting fouled he's coming up underarms. He was doing isolation plays, which is what Jimmy's style is as well. And he was like using his athleticism to get around people. That is what people want from him. I feel like if he played to that, there would be no issue with him. But he doesn't do that. Like, he plays like that for a little bit, and then he decides to change the way he's playing. Maybe
And sometimes isolation ball doesn't work if you're not scoring. So there have been cases where he has tried that. It just hasn't been effective, and the ball movement has suffered because of that.
Yeah. It's just he needs to be adaptive. My hope is that he still gets mentorship from Jimmy. Like, I hope Jimmy is in his ear talking to him and being like, this is how you should play. This is how I would do it. Jimmy was the impediment to Kuminga. Once Jimmy came in and was in full flow, that is the reason why Kuminga never played again. Because it was like, the thing that we want you to do, we have a superstar that's doing it better. And that's why he got benched, right? He's not sharing. No one's going to give him Jimmy's time. And also because I think he has a bit of a bad attitude.
I agree.
And I know that Dub Nation doesn't want to admit that. They just want to blame Steve Kerr over and over again. But like, the fact of the matter is, you can see it. Like, the team supports him, but there's clearly a fractured relationship between him and Steve Kerr, right? And it comes from a kind of clash in styles and clash in ideologies and a clash in what one person wants versus what the other person wants. And who knows how that's going to play out. But we might be in a situation where the Warriors have no choice but to rely on Kuminga now, because there's no trade market. People asked Mike Dunleavy Jr., like, what's going on with Kuminga being traded, and we know that he demanded a trade. And Mike Dunleavy Jr.'s answer was, when you make a demand, in order to fulfill that demand, there needs to be a demand. Which is him saying there's no demand for him in the market right now. So he's basically now got to play excellent basketball to create that demand. But the tricky situation is, if he plays excellent basketball and fills some of that Jimmy role, the Warriors are going to want to keep him. Now they're in a weird position where they're like, one dude's demanded he wants to leave. There's a market for him now, but they need him.
I do wonder if they give him the rest of the season and continue playing him to increase his trade value and then trade him in the offseason.
That's my hope.
Right.
My hope is that he plays through the rest of the season. I know he's demanded a trade, and were Jimmy still here, I think they would have made that trade by the deadline. I think in this scenario, the smart thing to do is to let Kuminga play the season out, one way or another. Let him build his trade value up, and then trade him in the offseason. Best case scenario, he turns into the superstar that he thinks he is, and helps like push the Warriors up and out of play-in. and at least to the playoffs, which wouldn't be like the end of the world, which wouldn't be a complete failure of a season, right? If you can make it into the first round of playoffs, second round of playoffs, that'd be great. I would love to see that happen. And then when he's off in the off season, they can look at trading him, giving him some freedom, and also, because there's a market, pick up someone that's better for it. That's the hope. But I also just don't want them to do something stupid like Giannis. We're gonna, try and wait for Giannis. Don't wait for Giannis, man. Don't be
I
stupid.
want Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember who said it, but like they were saying, like, don't do what was it Portland or no, don't do what the Bucks did with Dame, and like just use the final years of Dame's ability very poorly and do that to Steph. Like, I think they need to be
Dame
smart.
was also injured though.
Yeah, but like he was there for a while, right? I think that there's been a lot of negativity around the Warriors right now.
Yeah, everyone right now, let's just say it. Everyone online is saying all championship hopes are gone. There will be no additional championships for Steph Curry. When Steph Curry is in the equation, there's always a chance for a championship. That 2022 championship team, that was basically a miracle.
Yeah.
All centered around Steph.
Yeah.
Right? He made that happen.
Right.
There were a lot of contributions from other players, yes. But when Steph is at the core of your system, there's always a chance to win a championship.
Yeah, and and the pundits do it, and everyone loves to shit on the Warriors. Obviously, like everyone's the first thing they're gonna do is gonna jump to be like the Warriors are over because everyone wants them to be over, right? And it's understandable. They were dominating for so long that people just hate them, right? But then there's also like complete goofballs online that, I mean, like former players are saying like weird shit about Steph and the team, and fans are also a bit unhinged. Like they say the most absurd things. Like I went on Reddit to check, and people are just saying like trade Steph. Are you
That's so dumb.
mental? Are
That's
you
dumb.
stupid? Like, how can you call yourself a Warriors fan and go, they should trade Steph to get him his fifth ring? Do you think there's a world where Steph Curry requests a trade from the Golden State Warriors to go somewhere else so he can chase a ring?
No.
This is not LeBron James we're talking about. Like, and I mean that not disrespectfully. LeBron's style is go whatever you need to do to win. That's fine. Like he's great. Good for him. He's one of the greatest players of all time. Do that. Steph has a kind of built-in loyalty, and he has a built-in relationship with the team, the player. He's not gonna tarnish that by just being like, I'm gonna go chase a thing. And if he doesn't ask for it, the Warriors aren't gonna trade him and be like, be free, my child, go and play frolic in other teams and hopefully you win. That's not gonna happen. That's the most frustrating thing about the last day. It's just fans quickly becoming fatalist, and I get it. Like I'm upset about this as well, but like
You're so upset.
Yeah.
Like I had to do a mental health check on you.
Yeah, I'm very upset about it. Like Jimmy deserved better. Jimmy deserves a championship. I would love for him to get that championship with us.
Do it for Jimmy. I think the Warriors need to rally. They need to try and win something. So they have
Hashtag do it
something
for
to show.
Jimmy.
Yeah, do it for Jimmy.
Yeah, that's what I would love to see people rally around. Like Jimmy brought us back.
Yeah.
Made us contenders again. Last season and this season. How quickly people forget. Like I get it. He's not playing. But man, did you there was flashes of the Buddy's coming back now. Buddy is playing well. He's played well the last 2 days. Melt has been playing great. He didn't play good today, but it felt like it was a Sisyphean task where like no one's gonna play well.
A what?
A Sisyphean task.
What?
You know Sisyphus?
No.
Okay, it's fine. We'll talk
Wait,
about
was it
later.
Greek mythology?
Yes.
Okay, but which one? Which
To do that
Which Greek god is that?
rolling the ball.
rolling
up
the
hill.
rock? Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, Melt is not going to be able to change that. Same with Pods, whatever it is. There is talent in that team, but you wouldn't know it from the fans. Fans are just like, it's over! It's like, what? How are you jumping to that so quickly? Don't you have any hope?
Well, let's see what happens on this road trip. So the Warriors are starting their road trip in Dallas on Thursday against the Dallas Mavericks.
Winnable game.
Winnable.
Yeah, very
So
winnable.
Cooper Flag against Steph Curry. We all know who's going to win that one.
Klay Thompson versus Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson's playing well.
Again?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like, Megan is keeping him
Doing well.
Yeah, keeping them up and at it.
So 4 games on the road and then back at home. So
Yeah, I mean, like the 4 games of the road of them, the most winnable, ideally, are the Mavericks, and on the other end, the Jazz.
yeah,
In the middle, sandwiched is a baseball back series against
the
the
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
That'll be a
Who
tough series.
That's going to be
Yeah.
rough. I don't know if that's winnable. Momentum will be the only thing that carries them through, or they pull off some sort of miracle. That they are playing well, so it's going to be tricky. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's been a rough day. I think it's going to be rough going forward. It would have been more palatable if like the Dub Nation rallied to a degree. Doesn't seem like they have. Maybe they will in the future.
Well, with that, thanks for tuning in. We are rallying. We didn't today because we're kind of sad and depressed, but we're going to do our best to cheer on our favorite team in the
Golden
whole
State
world.
Warriors, yeah.
Golden State Warriors.
Do it for Jimmy.
Do it for Jimmy. We'll see.
That's going to be our new motto. Do it for Jimmy.
Okay. Should we do a 1, 2, 3? Do it for
Yeah.
Jimmy. Okay.
1,
1, 2, 3.
Do it for Jimmy.